Okay, let's get to it. So what we're going to do today is we're going to add a little bit of extra detail to our graphs, okay, just to make them look a little bit better. Okay, I'm going to use this data here. This is some data which has been we sort of gathered during our course about the different elements and their atomic number, density, etc., etc., etc. Okay, and in previous videos I've shown you, for example, that what you can do is you can select a column. Okay, you can select two columns, and then we could insert, and we could insert a chart, etc., etc. Okay, we could also do that for different columns by holding down the command key, holding down there, for example, and then going from there. Okay, what we're gonna do, tell you what, we'll just do that now. I'm gonna get some. I don't want to have too much data, so just get 10 data points on there. I think I'm interested in. Let's go for melting point. Okay, so I'm just going to select these guys. Okay, and I'm just going to insert a chart here. And there we go. We've got a lovely graph of melting point against and the element names on the bottom there. Now, what I don't like about this is that there's some stuff missing. Okay, there's essentially titles missing. That's what I want you to look at here. If you notice here on the left-hand side, even though we know that this is the melting point information should be, there should be a label there which says melting point in degrees Celsius. And there should also be a label down at the bottom here telling us the element name and a title. Okay, so that's what I want us to do. Now, there's different ways of doing that. You can go via axes, but actually I found one way of doing this in our app, which is to right-click on here and press Format. Okay, and what you'll see is this menu comes up. Okay, and what we're looking at here is the vertical axis, and this is what I want. I want a label. Okay, and here I want to come down to here is axis title, because we don't have a title on that axis right now. Well, I can, oops, I can do that now if I just come back up. Okay, I can actually change that now. If you notice there, this would be melting point in degrees C. Okay, and actually you can change various things here. I could turn that into bold. I could change the size if I wanted to. All right, and you can see it's updating on the graph there as well. Okay, I can do the same thing, hopefully. Okay, for my horizontal axis, we'll go down here, and then we'll look there at my axis title. We'll turn that on, and we'll change this to element name. Okay, we might do that in red, why not? Okay, and it updates it there. Okay, and then the last one that we want to do is actually the title of the graph itself. Okay, well, this would be a graph of what have we got here? Melting point for elements, graph of melting point for elements in period, this is period 6. Okay, and then there we go. All right, and we just had a look there. That, in my mind, is a far better graph. Okay, to be honest, we can get rid of that as well. Okay, that is a much nicer graph. Okay, we've got labels. Okay, on our labels we've got units, in this case degrees Celsius for the melting point, and we've got a nice title up there as well. And that's what I'm going to be asking you guys to do when you produce graphs using Excel from now on. Not just producing a graph of anything, but actually giving me a good bit of labeling on there and the title as well. Okay, I'm looking forward to seeing your work. If this was a bit quick, feel free to go back and watch it again.